This is one of the juiciest and haziest New England IPAs I've made to date. It's packed full of tropical fruits and flavours from hops such as Azacca, Dorado and Sabro. Now the best part is this was actually made from a fresh wort kit. Can you believe it? Now in this video, I'll show you exactly how I brewed this hazy New England IPA using the Verdant yeast and the simple steps that I used to really lock in that juicy and tropical hop flavour. Today, we're brewing a New England IPA, or as others call it, a NEIPA, from a fresh wort kit, which personally is one of the easiest and most efficient ways to brew top quality beer at home. So this one is going to be fermented with the Verdant IPA yeast from Lallemand. We're also throwing in some Azacca hops, Dorado hops, and Sabro. So with the Azacca, I'm expecting to get mango, papaya, lemon, pine, and pineapple. Then with the Dorado, that's like tropical fruits, pear, watermelon, and stone fruits. And then with Sabro, which I haven't used before, tangerine, coconut, tropical fruits, stone fruits, cedar, and mint. So quite a bit of a large variety here with the combination that we're going for. Right, so the supposed tasting notes here are hazy tropical fruit with a fruity aroma. The dry hop suggestion is 100 grams of each hop that I've already mentioned, and the yeast suggestion is S33, but I've opted for the Verdant IPA yeast, so that should provide me with more of a hazy kind of finished product. It has like a medium attenuation, which means that the body will be a little bit higher, a little bit stronger, a little bit fuller than potentially other yeasts, and it should leave a nice little malty kind of profile, kind of bringing forwards a bit more of those fruity flavors as well. So it should pair really, really well with this brew because it is recommended for New England IPAs. So as is the case with fresh wort kits, the hard work is obviously already done. The wort is pre-made, so all we need to do is just transfer it directly into the fermenter. So once this is in there, I will top up with another 5 litres of pre-boiled water to reach my target volume of 20 litres. So that's me all topped up to 20 litres. I've just sanitised the pill hydrometer. I'm going to drop that in there to get my first original gravity reading. So the pill has confirmed that our starting gravity is 1.050 and the temperature at the moment is 22 degrees. It's time to pitch our Verdant IPA yeast at a pitching temperature of 22 degrees. All right, so we'll just sprinkle this yeast in on top, like so. Squeeze the packet just to get any little remaining yeasties out of there. All right, now with this one, I will be fermenting at 21 degrees, so just under the pitching temperature now. Because it's a New England IPA, I do want it to be a little bit warmer than normal just to get a bit more of those fruitier flavors happening. I will be doing a small amount of pressure with this ferment, so I'm planning on doing it about 2 psi. Nothing crazy because I don't want to suppress too much of what's going on there, but I just want to make sure that it is very, very clear of oxygen, because we all know oxygen inside a New England IPA specifically makes it terrible to drink. All right, so I'll have this fermenting, I'm going to guess, for about 4 or 5 days with this yeast and that temperature. Well, I'm going to put this together and I'll see you guys for the dry hop in a few days. We're now at day 3 for our 300 gram dry hop, which is 2 days earlier than what I'd originally anticipated. Now this is because the Verdant IPA yeast that we used was really aggressive during the early stages of fermentation. So by the time we actually got to day 3, I was only a few points above my expected final gravity. So I made a call to bring the dry hop forwards 2 days early. So for me, when I'm brewing my NEIPAs, I like to dry hop while the beer's still fermenting slightly, where it's still a few points above the expected final gravity. Now the reason for that is because I believe in biotransformation. Now I'm not going to cover that here,
but biotransformation simply means that you unlock more hop potentials and characteristics during primary active fermentation. So for the fermentation schedule, we pitched the yeast at 22 degrees, then we fermented under 2 psi at 21 degrees for 3 days. Then I did the 300 gram dry hop for 2 days. Now you'll notice that I didn't do a soft crush here, which meant that the primary fermentation actually went for about 5 days. At which point I then performed a 2-day cold crush at about 2 degrees before transferring the finished product into a corny keg, ready for tasting. And here's our first pour of our Hazy New England IPA. So the starting gravity on this one was 1.052 and the final gravity was 1.012. Now that actually provided an ABV of 5.4%. Now have a look at that. That is one seriously hazy New England IPA. Now I personally love a NEIPA, and now look how hazy that is. I'm absolutely gobsmacked at the phenomenal haze that the Verdant IPA yeast has managed to produce on this New England IPA that we have here. I cannot wait to jump in and have a sip and have a taste of this beer. I'm actually so happy with how this beer has turned out. I'm not really sure that the camera is doing it justice, but it's just so inviting. I want to jump in. I want to have a taste. I just want it. It looks so good. All right, and because it's so good, I'm gonna go for the aroma. Oh wow, there's tons and tons of tropical fruit aromas there up front. I'm getting mango, pineapple, melon, papaya. Oh, there's a lot of aromas in that. And I mean, before every beer that I have, I always give it a sniff to see what it smells like. You know, and sometimes if it doesn't smell like much, it's not so inviting to jump in and have a taste. But this, if you could smell this through the camera, you'd be just like me. You'd just be wanting to dive in and have a taste as quick as possible. All right, I'm gonna dive on in for a quick sip. Oh, that is seriously juicy. There's a lot of mango, a lot of pineapple in that. A nice smooth, soft, maybe creamy kind of mouthfeel coming in there too. It's nice and heavy, but not like too heavy, not overbearing. It's nice and soft. It's soft, pillowy. It's nice. I can tell that the Verdant yeast that we used here, it definitely helps enhance the hop flavors. And I think that hop combination of Azacca, Dorado, and Sabro, it's worked really well in this New England IPA. I'm really happy with this beer and the tropical flavors and aromas that I'm getting off it. I mean, personally, I love a NEIPA. If I go into a bar and there's a New England IPA on tap, I'm tasting it. And let me tell you, if you serve this to me in a bar, I'd be a very happy customer. Now, if you're like me and you are really into your New England IPAs or NEIPAs, I definitely recommend giving this one right here a crack. Make sure that you use the Verdant yeast like what I did to replicate the process, and the hop combination. Stay with Azacca, Dorado, and Sabro. It works extremely well in this one. Let me know in the comment section below what your favorite hop combination is for a New England IPA. Now, if you're like me and you love New England IPAs, please give this video a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any more future homebrewing content. Now, I am definitely planning on doing the whole range that All In Brewing Co offers, but I'm also open to exploring some more opportunities of some other fresh Wort Kits, plus some all grain brews along the way. Cheers guys, and happy brewing. Catch you in the next one.